Hello, my name is Design Ghost and welcome to another episode of our design series where we learn everything design. If you are new here and you've not subscribed to our channel yet, kindly subscribe to our channel and don't forget to put us on post notifications so that you do not miss any amazing content we post here. Today, I am going to take you through step by step on how I design a Farmers Day flyer. That is because most of my students are asking me how I created a design like that. It is very simple, very easy, and I bet you, even if you're a beginner, you do not need any skill, any experience to be able to achieve this. So without wasting too much of your time, let's get right into the video. So we'll create a new document and we use a 5x6. Make sure it's on inches with a 300 resolution. Make sure it's on RGB color, 8-bit white, and create. Good. Once we have our document, we choose this particular green, so you can pause the video and copy the color code. It is E2FFDA. That is because the brand that I did the Farmers Day flyer for them, their colors are green, lemon green, and yellow. So okay, we add another layer. We grab our bucket tool and we click. Now that is done, over here are the resources that we are going to use in designing this particular flyer. So if you want to get these resources to follow along, in the description there's a link to our Telegram community where you get links to download all these resources for free. Of course, the logo won't be available because it's for a brand. Okay, and so we are going to bring in this image. Because it's going to be a background image, we are not going to change the resolution. So we bring it in, we take it off, then we scale it up. Then once we scale it up, we grab our eraser tool. We make sure it's on soft brush and we clean the base of it. Now we reduce the opacity so that it blends well with the background. Now the next thing is we are going to bring in our Ghana map. So first of all, we bring in this Ghana map and of course we change resolution. We grab our eraser tool, but this time around the magic eraser tool. We click to take it off. And then we select this selection tool, V, and we take it along and we put it here. Now we scale it down. And we position it that way. The next thing that we are going to do is we are going to bring in the other map. So this other map, we bring it into the scene and also we change the resolution to about 400. We grab our magic eraser tool, we take off the background, M for mic to V, and we'll bring it to the scene. So we scale it up, then we take it behind this original. Great. Now we can take them off. The next thing that we are going to do is to bring in this image of a woman planting, and this too we try to change the resolution to about 100. We take it to the scene, make sure it's on top, and we scale it up a bit. We create a clipping mask and let's scale it up a bit. Now we want the head of this woman to overlap the clipping mask. So what we are going to do is that we are actually going to tell Photoshop to select subject with our image layer being selected, and we've told Photoshop to select subject. Now Photoshop is doing a 10. Now the subject is being selected. So what we are going to do is we are going to copy and paste, and we are going to bring it outside. It is going to bring it outside automatically. Now we grab our eraser tool, we make sure it's on soft round, and then we clean the parts that is overlapping that we don't want. We just want only the head to overlap. Now we are done with that, and so we can select all in group and call this map. Now we need to add a shadow to this, making it look like it is standing, just like I did. And so we are going to add a new layer. We'll take it behind the map. We'll grab our eraser tool and choose this. Now if yours is not like this, it's just the soft round that I made it that way. All right, so all that you need to do is that over here yours will be round like this, so you just hold one point of it and then make it this way. And now we come here and we'll click. We need to choose a color of black. Then we come here, we click. It's supposed to be brush, not eraser. So the same brush, we'll reduce it, and we click to make that, and we can scale it down. Can scale it down. It is too dark for my liking, so we are going to reduce the opacity. Control J to duplicate it, and this time around we are making it very small because looking at realistic objects, the point per which the shadow is normally darker than the other parts per which the shadow is reflecting. So great. Great. Now we need to bring in a background pattern. So I bring it in. Select the magic eraser tool, take it to the scene and make sure it's on top of this layer. make sure it's on this layer. Then we change the color overlay to a darker version of the green. And now we can reduce the opacity. Now the next thing that we are going to do is the two images I put here, so that I use a rounded rectangle. Do one rounded rectangle over here. I increase the corners, take it a bit up, and that I give it a stroke. And the stroke, I choose a color of that 100, take it down. Then I duplicate this. I take it to the very top, and I take this to the very top. I select the two and scale it down a bit. Great. Now I'll change the color of this particular stroke. To white. Beautiful. And I'm going to fix the images into them. So I'm going to go to my resources, bring these two images, and I'm not going to change the resolutions of these images, because I am going to scale them down. So all that I need to do is to bring them to the scene, take it off, and I create clipping mask. Then I make sure it fits. So right, then I bring in the second one to this. Clipping mask, and I scale it down, making sure that it fits. So I grab these rectangles and I try to reduce their corners a bit. Perfect. So I can call them images. Now I need to add the text completed, and so I write farmers happy, and I'm going to use a font for that, a font called Agric. So let me look for Agric. Agric. Great. And I'm going to space it out. Happy. I'm going to duplicate the font. Ctrl J to duplicate it. And that will be farmers. scale it down a bit, reduce the spacing to 5, maybe 10. It's too close. Let's see, 15. 15, it's okay. Let's resize this. I'll take it to about 15 too. So we can resize it. I don't want it touching the very edge of the map. Now we change happy, we give it a gradient. So happy, we give it a gradient overlay of going. Okay. And the last text is day, and that I'm using a font called Jalila. Jalia, right? So Jalia for day. Great. Now it's left with the Ghana flag, so we are going to go to our resources, bring it in, tell Photoshop to select subject, then it does. We'll take it into the scene. Oops, let's take this out because we do not really need it. Take it to the scene, and we only need a portion of it, so we are going to cut this part away. Deselect, we'll scale it up, tilt it a bit, and we take it to the bottom. Great. We scale it up again, and right, so we make sure that it's hiding, and then I'm going to bring in the logo and some few text here. So I'll take this off to my resources, my logo, and that's Global Pastures Foundation, one of the best NGOs in Ghana currently. Yes, so I'm going to add a shape, and this should be green. It's too thin. Let's make it a bit thicker. Now I wrote some text here, but for the sake of time and for the sake of this tutorial, I'm going to use a default text. So you just click and drag, and I'll use a font called Lufka. Lufka regular, font of 6 is too much, 5, line height of 6, color of green, so we can select all and make a duplicate of it, take it to camera raw and brighten it a bit to give it like 9, 25, 15, Control J, A. We take it to camera raw again and we say natural. So it cannot always be, because Farmers Day is once a year, but this template can be used for different agriculture programs and all that. All you need is to take off Happy Farmers Day and put the theme for the agricultural program over here, and then you add the information that you want to add down here and you are good to go. So this brings us to the end of today's episode of our design series. If you enjoyed this video, kindly give it a thumbs up and remember to share for others to benefit. If you've watched up to this point and you've not subscribed to our channel yet, kindly subscribe to our channel and don't forget to put us on post notifications so that you do not miss any amazing content we post here. My name is Design Ghost and see you in the next episode. Bye.